Hello Sagittarius, Elsie here to do a reading for you. How are you, my fire family? I hope you're well. Thanks so much for clicking here. I appreciate your view. I'm here with a deck. We are going to do a 9-card read for you, Sagittarius. We're going to find out what is coming up in the week ahead. At the end of this video, I'm going to tell you all about the extended and how to find a private read if you're interested in that. And let's find out what's going on in this 9-card draw for you, Sag. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. I hope you're well. Let's find out what's going on for you, Sag. We've got the Knight of Pentacles. What's going on here? Okay, I just heard Charlie say, enjoy the journey. So that feels like somebody's like, when is it? Tell me when it is. I need a time frame. I feel like you're supposed to enjoy the journey. We've got the Two of, you've got a plan here. It feels like you've been working on something. You've been working on a plan and you're at a place where you're stuck. It doesn't make sense right now. It feels like there's, you've got the plan and it's taking really long time to get to the crossroads here. Got the Five of Pentacles. Feeling in lack. I'm feeling like I can't do it. Like it's never going to happen. It feels like the Knight of Pentacles is moving too slow. Why is it taking so long for it to grow? I feel like I'm reading your mind here. Why is it taking so long for it to grow? I'm waiting on it and I'm feeling in lack. I don't have enough money or time or effort or energy. I feel exhausted. I'm waiting. I've got the plan and I'm waiting for somebody to show up and help me execute the plan here, or I'm waiting for the Knight. The Knight to bring money, to invest in my plan, to bring energy to my plan. We've got the Nine of Pentacles. It's going to happen. I feel like whatever plan you have going on that you feel like it's taking too long for this whole thing to come together. That's the impatience of fire, right? I know, got it in my rising. And we have the Nine of Pentacles here. The Nine of Pentacles is here with the Knight of Pentacles who's carrying one. To me, that's 10 Pentacles. You are going to reach the end of this and it is going to be abundant. It's going to be worth it, I'm going to say. I feel like you're supposed to be enjoying the journey because you don't get your information. You don't get the lesson by just skipping over the things in the middle and getting to the outcome. I know that's what some people want. They just want the outcome. They don't want to do the hard work and the waiting and the learning and the growing and all of that stuff. But it feels like somebody here is very confident because of the journey. I'm going to say that you're confident, that you're building a reputation, building your bank account, becoming more steady and sturdy and trusting yourself and having a glow up from the inside out. It feels like the journey is what has grown you. Whether or not you get to the outcome, I think is almost irrelevant at this point, because when you're at the Nine of Pentacles, you're in the pre-Empress energy. You already won. We've got the Fool. I feel like the reason that it's taking so long is because at the center of all of it, it feels like you're going to have to take a leap of faith at the end. And in order to get the thing that you want, it feels like your confidence is growing as you're taking every step toward the finish line or toward the outcome. And you have to be brave when you get there. So it's got to take some time for you to grow. Tell me about the Fool. Yeah, it might be some sort of commitment. Some sort of commitment. Other than that, I feel like the journey is teaching you how to stay the course, Sag. How to not detour, not give up, not take another path, but to stay on the path that you initiated, to be true to yourself and be committed to yourself. It feels like if you can stay the commitment and enjoy the journey, watching the details, right? This is Virgo energy. This is I'm watching everything around me. I don't care what the outcome is. I want to make sure that I am taking in all the memories. Look, you can fill your life with trinkets, but the truth of the matter is you only take with you what you have in your head, memories, right? And so I feel like somebody here, the reason why everything's going so damn slow is so you will notice all the details. You'll smell the roses. You'll hug the tree. You'll smell the earth when it rains. It feels like the universe is slowing everything down because you're used to moving fast and you have a plan and you want to go to this plan here. The thing is that I feel like the plan is a good plan, but it feels like it's taking time to get to the crossroads because you're going to have to be stuck here until the Ace of Wands shows up, until you have energy to push that plan forward, until there is action. Tell me more. We've got the Six of Cups. We've got the Nine of Cups. Yeah, this has been something that you've been doing on your own. It's been a lonely road, I'm going to say. The thing is that the Nine of Cups is your reward. I feel like the Nine of Cups is being happy on the inside and the outside. Just the thing is that your joy and really your breakthrough and your confidence and how good you look on the outside and the inside, the glow up you've had on the inside and outside, you've already won. So getting to the outcome is just the formality because you've already won, because the Nine of Cups sees you as somebody who's happy on the inside and out, that you don't really need the external validation because regardless, you're open to whatever comes. It doesn't matter. I'm already happy. I already won. I'm already confident. It feels like you've healed something here, which could be your financial situation, because we've gone from the 5 to the 9. The 4 is in between, and maybe you weren't open to looking at something a different way or from a different point of view, because the Hierophant's here and will usually dig their heels into whatever they're doing and say, no, your way's not the right way. Taurus doesn't like to be challenged, right? We've got the Ten of Swords. I feel like it almost feels like a journey through grief, I would say. It feels like a bit of a journey through grief. And I feel like the universe has slowed everything down for you. So because the Six of Cups is here, I feel like you're supposed to remember where you came from. That you started from nothing. You started from 1 pentacle. And you've grown in all these ways. That's what it feels like. The nostalgia here is remember where you were when you were back there as a kid, or even last year or the year before, or 2020, where were you then? It feels like you are about to release some sort of pain or anguish or betrayal, and you're replacing it with happiness and not needing external validation. It feels like that you are the reason that everything has been slowed down and that you're not getting all the things that you wanted is because you are in fact getting all the things that you need, not the things that you want. But it does definitely feel like some sort of a journey that has been slowed down on purpose to make you notice the things on the journey. And that might be frustrating because I feel like you've had the plan complete for a very long time. All the details are in place, but you feel like there's no way that you can move the plan along. But I think that's by design. I feel like somebody is letting go of grief, who's been stuck in grief, who can't see it any other way, who can't stop thinking about it. I feel like there is going to be some sort of a release here, and I think that's the Fool. Tell me what is, I'm going to put down 2 cards here to see what's under the surface here. Yeah, it's healing. Look at that. The moment of alchemy is coming, where you can stop going from high highs to low lows, where you can stop with the mood swings and all of that stuff. It feels like you're about to be healed. And I feel like the journey is what you were supposed to notice, because that's where you were getting all of your information from. There it is. Like I said, usually the Ace of Wands, right? The Ace of Wands is finally I have enough energy and action to exact my plan. Let's talk about the Two of Wands. Tell me what the plan is. So I feel like you have a goal. You have a goal of what you want. Maybe you want your bachelor, your master's. Maybe you want to be a doctor. And it feels like you've had so many obstacles in your way to getting what you want that it is ridiculous. That's what it feels like. But I feel like you're growing from the Two of Wands to Temperance. And that's why it's been taking so long. Because when you get to here, that's like mastering the mood. It's like everything is in its perfect state. And now that's when we've got this Ace of Wands to give action to the plan. Tell me what the plan is. Tell me what the Two of Wands, please, because I feel like you're feeling stuck because the Two of Wands is here. We've got the Queen of Cups. It feels like you're waiting on a deep emotional connection, but I think that I'm talking to somebody who had to go through a whole lot of growth before you could actually find someone to meet you where you are, which is the Queen of Cups. Not the page, not the knight. You are the queen. So I feel like you are being prepared to meet a deep emotional commitment, but it feels like it took a lot of courage, and the courage was found in the journey, and in the journey is where the details are. 8 of Cups. You had to learn how to let go before it would be offered to you. So I think that you needed something. It feels like you were like saying to the universe, look, I need this. I need it. And the universe is saying, well, if you need it, then I can't give it to you, because you're going to treat it differently if you need it than if you want it. If you have no need for it, then you're actually going to enjoy it. So I feel like that's why the journey is here, because I feel like you are headed for some sort of deep emotional commitment, and I feel like it was being held back from you until you could learn the art of detachment, letting go of how you felt about it emotionally. We've got the Queen of Pentacles. We've got the Empress. You had to learn how to be independent. And you're about to be surprised. I really do feel that you have been on a very long journey, Sagittarius. And I feel like the reason that everything was slowed down here was because you had to learn a whole lot of lessons before you could become the Empress. I feel like you are about to step into your Empress energy. This Fool energy tells me that you're about to be at the beginning of something, a place you've never been. It makes you nervous to be there. And I feel like you don't even realize that it's about to shock you and show up around the corner. It feels like a deep emotional commitment is what you needed, but I don't think you need it anymore. And I think that's why it's going to be showing up for you. It's going to shock you, but you know your value. You know your worth. You now have a list of criteria that is much shorter than it ever used to be. And I feel as though you can now want it because you don't need it. Tell me about the Hierophant. It feels like you wouldn't give up. You're like, no, I want that. Don't bring me the other thing. I want that. It better be there by the lamppost at 2 o'clock in the afternoon on a Tuesday, or don't give me anything else. And I feel like the universe is like, okay, well, it looks like you need some lessons about maybe being a little more flexible. The Hierophant isn't very flexible at all, right? We've got the Ace of Pentacles. We've got the 7 of Pentacles in the reverse. You weren't growing. You were stuck. That's what it feels like. I'm going to say that you wanted to invest. You wanted to plant the seed. Maybe you did plant the seed, but it feels like you weren't willing to nurture. You weren't willing to wait. This takes a long time. It takes a lot of hard work. It takes picking out the plot, planting the seeds, watering, nurturing. It takes a long time, maybe even 7 or 8 years. It feels like you've been on a very long journey. And it's a journey of teaching you that you can't have it if you're not willing to have patience. I think you're being taught patience, which is usually something the universe is teaching to Taurus. All right, so we got the King of Swords. Yeah, I think you get the point. Yeah, I think that's what it is. You get the point. You understand. It now makes logical sense. I really do feel like you are going to get your deep emotional connection, but I feel like you had to look at things in a very logical way. And now you understand that there is a purpose of putting things in order. Things must be followed in order. You can't just skip from this place of where you were to where you want to be without taking the journey, because the journey is where you learn all of the maturity and how to be confident and how to take risks and how to be comfortable within yourself, by yourself, with yourself, with your own ideas. I feel like you get the point now, because it feels like in this energy of, and I'm an energy reader, you guys, I'm not just reading signs, in this energy of the King of Swords is confident because the knowledge that they have. It's not just because I just ran over there and got it, just because I think I'm entitled to it. And this person is highly educated. So I feel like on this journey, you became highly educated. Now you understand the details and that the details matter, that the facts matter. You understand that it's hard work, and that the reason that we're here in the 3D, all these pentacles, is to go slow. So we can learn lessons, we can learn the way, and it's not just about jumping over everything you're supposed to learn and going to get what you want. Tell me about the 9 of Cups. And see, this is the ultimate place to be here, Sag. The ultimate place to be is at the 9 of Cups, because understand that the wish fulfillment isn't something being given to you. The wish fulfillment is something that is within you. It's something you unveil or unfold. You realize that you already have what you need. Now you can have what you want, because whether you get it or not no longer matters. You're still going to be in the 9 of Cups because you don't need external validation anymore. We've got the Devil, we've got the 7 of Swords, and we've got the 6 of Swords. So what you didn't see is that you were being held down, I believe, by a feeling pattern, a thought pattern. It almost felt like a little bit of, I deserve it. And although you do, sometimes you need the information between here and there. When you start in grade 6, you can't just, you start school and you go to grade 6, you have to go through 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? You can't just go from 1 to 6 and then from 6 to university. It doesn't work that way. I feel like it was a path you had to follow. So I feel like you were attached, and what you didn't see, it felt like it was a loop. It felt like it was doubt. It was fear. It was a loop of bad thought patterns. Am I lying to myself? What is going on here? Why do people keep lying to me? Why do people keep cheating? Why do people keep things under the surface and they're not telling me? This feels like a whole bunch of frustration that you were going through as you were meeting people who you realized were not their authentic selves, and they were hurting you. And I feel it was because you were attached to this place of, well, I'm supposed to have it if I want it. But I feel like what you don't realize is that sometimes it takes a really long time to get the victory, because sometimes along the way we have mishaps and things happen, and we didn't think that we would get to the outcome and be so happy to have the outcome. Look, this person's in a wheelchair, right? Obviously they had some challenges in their life, and so it took them longer to get to their victory, but this person in fact got to their victory after the hard time. We're going to go into the extended. Look, you were in stasis here for a long time. You were stuck, right? We're going to go into the extended. We're going to talk more about this. This is a really interesting reading, and here, right? There's your plan here, and I feel like your deep emotional commitment is coming. I feel like you finally have the energy to exact your plan, because now you have the whole picture. If you want to come into the extended, then please check at the top of the comments. There is one pinned comment there, and in that pinned comment there is a link to the membership area, which is where all the extendeds go. There's also a link to Hypsee if you would like to book a private reading, if that's what you're interested in. Right now I am caught up, so now is the best time to book. And thank you so much for all of those of you who have booked with me. Let's go into the extended. We'll find out what's going on from here, and thanks for watching. I'll be back, because I'm always back. Take care, y'all. Bye-bye.